Technically, it is still winter, but I can't wait to take you on my first spring garden tour this year. We are starting in my back garden as there is a lot of spring interest here. I have planted a lot of bulbs. There is some primrose, which is a perennial here, as are coral bells, which I planted in the fall. And I have lots of crocuses here, and they're my absolute favorite early spring flower. Here is another variety of primrose. And I have a garden visitor here, a ladybug, hard at work. There are some hyacinths popping up. And a beautiful hellebore, which has been in bloom probably since October. This is grape hyacinth. And this is what it looks like with a little bit of sun. You can see it is quite shaded actually. In this flower bed, there hasn't been any color whatsoever throughout winter, even though I planted some pansies and dianthus. So I picked up some violas, which I just haven't had a chance to plant in the bed yet. Here is the newest addition to my garden. This is a camellia. I have never had one before, and I can hardly wait for it to bloom. And the rest of the flower pots are mostly mums, which I didn't want to plant in flower beds. I also have this purple beautyberry, and I haven't decided where in the garden I'm going to plant it. Here is a type of evergreen sedge. And then the one and only salix or pussy willow, which has these gorgeous catkins in spring. And I absolutely love its romantic shape. I have one flower pot that is full of spring bulbs like tulips and daffodils, and I'm very excited for them to bloom. This is spotted laurel, and it's a wonderful shade-loving evergreen shrub. Over here, there is some spring color. Mostly primroses are in bloom. And there is some evergreen interest as well. The hydrangea have broken dormancy. Over here I have pampas grass. Just recently I planted the red tip photinia along this fence. And I also have a winter jasmine, which is incredible. It has been blooming since December. Here is my wisteria, which I twisted around for winter interest. Here is a flower pot that has seen better days. It also houses pampas grass. Underneath these arborvitae, I added a lime green heuchera or coral bells, and I'm also planning to add other varieties as well. Along this path, I have blue stonecrop, which loves this sunny and dry area. In the middle here is the Canadian spruce. We are going to take this path to the front yard. Here you can see my rock garden, which isn't very interesting at this time. The ice plant is very, very dry. I do have some holly, which I'm not sure that I like very much, but I haven't decided yet whether I want to keep it or move it. I also have a rock cress, which should be blooming within a few weeks. This brown mess is cotton lavender, and it looks lovely in spring and all the way through hard freeze. The containers I did plant specifically for the fall and winter season, but they do not look very good. This is curry plant, one of which is halfway dead. This is dianthus, and it hasn't been blooming throughout the winter. The ajuga has seen better days. Especially this particular one. It looks like I have some critters having fun in my flower pots. Here is a tricolor heather. And finally, my violas have started blooming. They do enjoy the sun. I have more blue stonecrop here. It looks like I have lost my new addition, which is an Anderson's Hebe or Veronica. We did have some freezing temperatures, and it also looks like I haven't planted it too well. It looks like there were some air pockets. And there it is, my rock garden, which I am not really sure what to do about, but I think I do need to change it up a little bit. Behind this blue spruce, I have a line of golden bamboo. I love its bright green leaves and its golden canes. If you have been following me, you know that I practically killed my golden bamboo, but it did come back. This is at my front gate, and here I have one lonely, gorgeous daffodil. You may have seen that I've had somebody just help themselves to 9 of my flowers, and they have left me with one to enjoy. Not a good experience, that's for sure. On the inside of the gate, I have some similar plants. So again, more daffodils, pansies, violets. The pansies have been sporadically, very sporadically blooming throughout winter. I have many bulbs that are popping up here, including tulips and alliums. There's some primrose. I absolutely love how cheerful the daffodils look when they first appear in early spring. They just brighten up your day instantly. Here are some snowdrops. Along here are ice plants that are just breaking out of dormancy. Have more violets here. Some raspberry bushes that are starting to leaf out. In this small flower bed, I have violas, and they actually have been blooming throughout winter. I also have some sweet peas. Here is clematis starting to bud out. Along my evergreen lane, we come to this flower bed that doesn't look interesting at all, but within a few weeks, these beautiful bulbs like hyacinths, tulips, and daffodils should be in bloom. This here is lamb's ear accompanied by some beautiful violas. On the other side of the path, I have several flower pots. This one includes a gorgeous, super prolific hellebore. It has been blooming all winter. Here I have one bright ranunculus. And then this rectangular container has largely been taken over by variegated ivy. In the continuation of this flower bed, I have slightly different plants, including this baby grape hyacinth. There are a few clumps of snowdrops, a little bit past their prime. However, the crocuses are amazing, and so are the primroses. Here is also some ajuga that is coming back to life. Here is some silvery heuchera. And a look at my arch that I created in the fall. cute stepping stones. And then one section I still wanted to show you is my rose garden. Here I have some flower pots that we recently planted together. So there are some bright daffodils, pink alpine saxifrage, and in the other container there are some violas. Around my roses I have some lobelia, which you can see is done for. However, it is harboring a lot of seedlings. So I'm keeping these older dead plants around because they do protect the seedlings from harsh sun. And they also retain more moisture around them. It's not the best luck, but it is quite useful. Here you can see some lavender, rosemary, oregano alongside my roses. And some evergreen vinca. I also wanted to show you that my lawn is also full of primroses and some common daisies. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in my next video.